Oh my god.
Thank you for all that you do. Also, cheesecake. D.
Oh my god. Let's replay that because the sound effect didn't come through there. Thank you so much, Snowbase, with the 1000-bit cheer. And here comes the big one.
Less than 3 from San Francisco. Thank you for all that you do. Also, cheesecake. D.
Holy shit. Jars of Fart 20 with a goddamn 10,000-bit cheer. Oh my lord, thank you so much, dude. Snowbase with 1,000 as well. Guys, that cheer goal. The cheer goal, I think you just, it's like almost 10 times the cheer goal for today. Thank you so much, fam. Holy crap. Thank you, BoomTT, and everyone else as well. But guys, thank you for the cheers. I'm going to mute those and replay any future alerts in between the games. Since it was the very start, decided to stop there. All right, guys, this guy down here delayed starting the series because he was watching replays. I think he's going to do something cheeky to try and take advantage of his opponent. He is a very cheesy player. And I'll stop obstructing the overlay. Let you guys see the serious games. In the red, the Zerg, he's going to go for a quick third hatch. It's Noregret. So I think he's going to be doing lots of Zergling action against this man up here in the top right. It's Cuddlebear. Just going to be going a Reaper here and a command center. SCV comes in, sees the gas just starting. That is a 40-second delay on the gas, which means link speed won't be kicking in until about 4 minutes and 10 seconds. That means there's a big chance for the first 2 Hellions, maybe even the first 4 Hellions, to dive in past the Queens and try to do some damage. Cuddlebear, how does he react? He's going to go straight into that factory with no delay. He's a bit slow on that second depot. He's in such a hurry to get the factory out. And that depot, is that misplaced? No, that's right. But Overlord comes in, sees the command center. He's got to get that back to the high ground, doesn't Noregret? I think he's just checking to see if there's an early reactor. But yeah, he's going to take some shots getting back to the pervert pillar. The safety net, the safety blanket of the Zerg player. Reaper comes in, would love to kill a unit or two. Ooh, nicely done. Already forces a Spore Crawler trick. Of course, that Spore Crawler just temporary, will get cancelled. It's just there to keep the drone safe for a few moments. The Reaper's going to continue to just look for some Zerg and kills. The Queen in the main is super delayed here, remember. Because you build the Queen from the natural first in this scenario. So the Reaper, you know what? A good little bit of damage to start. But is that 2 Marines? Oh, Cuddlebear's doing 3 CC. Oh, this is such a smart response. Yeah, Noregret was like, oh, you're going to do this build? This delays your Hellions a lot. There's no way for you to punish me delaying link speed by ages. So Noregret's doing a super economic opening to take advantage. Unfortunately, his positioning's not quite right. He's letting this Reaper do more than he should. So that Reaper for Cuddlebear getting a very good read on what's going on. He really should check the third, though. I don't know if he... Does he realize that there's a third already there? I'm not sure. So with this build, because you build 2 Marines, you delay the reactor, and the factory just kind of comes down and starts building Hellions super late. So for those who don't know, with a gas first, I'd be building Hellions 45 to 50 seconds earlier than this. With a barracks gas, it would still be about 35 seconds before. He's still not started his Hellions even now. Damn, it's a quick third CC though. And of course, the important thing here is you're getting both third CC, but you're still getting a really well-timed Banshee to defend early Ravages and that sort of thing. Now, unfortunately, there is an issue, and that is Banshee's good versus Ravages, not as good at killing Ling Bane because it comes in a little bit harder and faster. Still very good if you focus fire the Banes and whatnot. Barracks does get rid of the Overlord, but yeah, with that quick Baneling Nest and now a ton of Zerglings coming in, like that's pretty big. The Hellion, I don't know, I think he saw the third and saw that there's no workers on it though. So as good as your lava production is, I mean, you got what, 1 gas, 2 mineral lines, getting onto a second gas as well. It's going to be a big Ling Bane flood, but losing the Overlord on the high ground, I would love that Overlord to come back in and try to get on that high ground because it gives you so much info. And I think right now, Noregret's a bit blind. I think he needs a Zergling or 2 sitting on the map. He's got to see where these Hellions are. Now, only 3 Hellions and no more unit production? Oh yeah, you can't hold this. Unless he micros his Hellions like a god and gets this wall off up before this comes in. I guess with the wall off, actually, he's going to build another depot there. If he gets the wall off up, that's going to tank 5 Banelings. It gives him a chance, but the Banshee, where is that Banshee? It's going down the right-hand side of the map. Uh-oh, no wall off. Noregret has timed this build out perfectly to snipe through Cuddlebear. This is a bit of a greedy build. I'm not sure why you would do this opening versus Noregret. I guess it's just his most confident build order right now. He blows the Banelings up on the barracks so that it hits both depots, almost puts the second one on fire. Lots of SCVs taking big damage. Great micro so far, but Noregret knows that as long as he gets on top of these Hellions, there's nothing else that can defend this. The SCVs on the ramp are kind of winning a fight. There's like 2 Marines and a pack of SCVs. A Banshee will pop out, but the other Banshee's only just turned around now, by the way. Marines are dying as they pop out. You know what? He's got 3 orbitals dropping mules and he's still got 12 SCVs. This is not over. Where's the next wave of Zerglings? The fuck? This Ling reinforce is really slow, guys. Noregret's messed up a bit here. These Lings should have already been in there, killing SCVs on the low ground. Now, Cuddlebear's had a chance to reinforce the high ground. He's not droning either, is Noregret. That's a big mistake. I mean, this is actually, that's not walled off. Realistically, Cuddlebear actually should be walling that off right now because you're playing Noregret and he doesn't know how to contain his gigantic Zerg erection at any moment. He's just going to morph Banes in the natural. Oh my god. The Banshees do come in. Queen in the open. Oh, you got to get the Queen behind the Spore. The Queen really anchors the position because otherwise they can kind of just dance around the Spores. There's 2 Spores in the natural. Not sure if that's a mistake or not, but they will be able to shut down those Banshees. Baneling's going to come in. Oh, he floats it. Goodbye barracks though. Enough Banelings to just kill even the barracks. Oh my god, it's SCVs versus Ling Bane. And I think that's going to be it, guys. He's going to lose all of his SCVs. The Banshee's unable to do anything. That's a well-prepared sniping build. You know, I think this sort of build is okay. I think what you want to do, though, to change it up is you want to make sure that you as a player send your Banshees to check for a Ling Bane bust or something like that. Or stay at home or something. Like, there's got to be just a little bit more safety just mixed in with it. Because if the Banshees were there from the start picking off Banelings, his Hellions microed really well. Probably would have been okay in hindsight. Yeah. Think a bit of autopilot from Cuddlebear, not really playing the player. If I was to do that build, I would probably just... either that or do the same thing with the Banshees. Your Banshees are there to harass. But I would probably go to 6 or 8 Hellions. Slows down the second and third barracks. But you've got Banshees to deal with Ravagers anyway, right? So I think that would be really smart. And obviously, I mean, the thing about these aggressive, cheesy players, they're always studying their opponents and looking to take advantage. You know, they're looking for your habits and your patterns. So sometimes you got to take extra precautions. At the same time, we always talk about how you don't want to get too safe to the point where your build is just bad, where you're just playing scared, and your opponent might not be great in a normal macro game, but if you're just sitting defensively, being overly careful, even a very bad macro player can macro like a beast if you're not putting pressure on him, right? If you're just sitting in your corner building safety bunkers and chilling out, then, you know, cheesy players are also the sort of players who are very comfortable building 50 drones at once with no defense. If they get a read that says, my opponent's being turtley, they just build a billion workers and then they get aggressive again. Up here in the top right, a nice game 1 victory. It's going for Gas Pool in game 2. It's going to be Noregret. Down here in the bottom left with an obscenely quick SCV. That's like actually too quick in my opinion, but I guess he wants really early warning if it's a Ravager build. It's such a big map, actually. He wants to make sure he doesn't start the command center on the low ground. The bottom left in the green, representing Alpha X, it is Cuddlebear. Up against, of course, Root Noregret. Real Phil, massive thanks, by the way. A huge wave of 10 gifted subs. We are actually... holy crap. Damn. Thank you, guys. I'll make sure after this game I play through those alerts and get some more of that Aussie Man reviews. Caramello Koala up against Blinky Bill commentary action going. I can only hope to aspire to such greatness. That is the up-to-date bracket in chat, by the way. !bracket if you want it. Take your pleb-ass !B commands out of here. Maybe it does make sense to make it easier, !B. But I'm not a professional like Wardy. I don't do that shit. Is he gonna build a bunker? Is that what this is? Or is this... oh, it's just to scout the follow-up. The Zergling misses it, man. Noregret, he was looking for this. He's like, oh, we gotta find this. And he's going Roachhorn straight away. The SCV is gonna scout it. Oh man, I can't believe that SCV survived. And this Reaper now is just having a party. Because he's scouted early. He's built his CC on the high ground. He's building 2 Marines, a factory. SCV is going to come in. And as Noregret, you've got to kill that SCV. Cancel your Roach Warren. Because it's going to get spotted now. Yeah, he tries to stop it. That's going to be cancelled. Noregret's not going to commit to that now. But look at this Reaper, man. He's up to 5 kills, about to be 6. That being said, you would expect someone with a brain to cancel it and not commit to Roaches and Ravagers and Mass Speedling, right? I love Noregret, but let's be real. Recently, he has erred on the side of showing his opponent his all-in and then continuing to commit to his all-in with what appears to be 0 adjusting or adapting. He has a second Overlord here, which is important because that one is not going to be good for spotting the high ground. But he can bring this Overlord in from the right, spot the tank on the high ground. Still a chance of breaking through here, for sure. It shouldn't really work. He's leaving space for a reactor to build. He's going lots of Marines, Starport. He's going to build a Cyclone. Cancels the Cyclone, builds a tank. Good idea. Cyclone can pick off individual Ravagers and is much more mobile, but a tank actually stops an all-in push. Now, yeah. So he did this against Haas, and not to be overly critical, but this is kind of the thing where you're like, you think I've cancelled that Roach Warren, don't you? I bet you think I've cancelled it and I'm taking a third. And the problem is right now there's no follow-up scouting. So for Cuddlebear, I wish he'd snuck an SCV out. And he's going a Viking. And the Viking's job is to go straight out and scout around to see if there's an all-in coming. And you do not want to move too many. Look at that tank. How safe can you make it? That's so hilarious. He leaves 3 Marines on the high ground. And he's like, yeah, you are committing, aren't you? Yeah, these 3 Marines are going to be a sacrifice. But he doesn't have any Ravagers. I don't think you can do this, Noregret. He's going to try to focus in, but look at this. Oh, I mean, he gets in. The tank's going to go down, and then there's not much left. It's just a Viking and 3 Marines. His second tank only just started. Oh my god, this is actually doing a lot of damage, but the wall-off's so sick. No Ling Rally for you, buddy. Oh, a lovely hold here from Cuddlebear. I actually think if Noregret waited a little bit longer, kept mining gas and made Ravagers. He pulled off gas, I think. No, he did. Yeah, I think if he made a Ravager or 2 and waited a little bit, it's so tempting for the Terran to move down. Remember, Terran did not have that scouting that I was talking about, right? Did not have that scouting. Now the Vikings here. This is important because it gets rid of the high ground vision. 2 Vikings, in fact. So he's going to hunt down the Overlords, which means the tanks can safely go here. The only way you can now spot the tanks as Noregret is getting a unit to here. And then you can suddenly bile or focus the tank down. Now, it is pure Zergling right now and a Baneling Nest. I mean, he's in such a bad position. At this point, I was critical before of him continuing to commit. I was like, well, you're kind of hoping they assume you're not going to do it. The problem is you are Noregret. So, of course, they're going to play safe. But, get this, guys. Get this. Oh. Viking. Oh, that would look good. In this case, you're so far behind. This is actually your best chance, is to just continue to do something dumb. The problem is, like I said, you've got to prioritize scouting. Cuddlebear's going to come in for Viking harass, sees no drones on the natural, and all you do here is just wall off and fucking chill, man. Look at this. His Marines are like, we're not even going to chill on the high ground. We're gonna wait here. It's like if I lose some SCVs, I lose some SCVs. That's fine. The Vikings in the main is like, lol 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 lol. And of course, I really would have loved to see Noregret wait a bit. I think he almost did critical damage there. So, you know, I was like, there's no way this is going to work. I do think in hindsight, because we could see that a second tank didn't start straight away, we can say, technically here, if you waited 30 seconds, get a Ravager or 2, and hopefully that tank moves forward. There's some SCVs on the low ground. You know, you might, maybe all the Marines move down. He sells the bunker. That's kind of what you're waiting for. But you don't have that information as Noregret. Doesn't work out. He goes for the throat, and you know what? That's fine. Cuddlebear ties up the series 1-1. Long Dong says, I'll sub to your highest tier Patreon if you stop saying Hell's Yeah during the pig show. I say Hell's Yeah all the time. You can't change the way I speak. What's the highest tier on my Patreon? I don't think I have tiers. I'm pretty sure you can just choose an amount, right? Let's look at my Patreon. Because I don't really offer rewards. So I'm pretty sure if someone wants to support, it's like it meets overall goals. So people literally just choose. Yeah, people just choose the amount. So there is no highest tier. So that's literally a meaningless offer. I like how you're not even subbed and you're trying to like ask for things, mate. Mate! Get some manners, mate. He's like, I'll give you the highest tier. I'm like, wait, there are no tiers. It's like, I'll give you 0 if you do a thing. Like, could just ask, you know? You could be like, oh, you know? You could be like, oh, you say hells yeah, and you're not a 13-year-old trailer trash girl. Please don't say the words because it makes me uncomfortable when people say things I don't like. I'll say what I say, motherfucker. Thanks for the support, guys. Really appreciate it, Real Phil, with that 10 gifted subs. Holy shitballs. Thank you, dude. Everybody, I hope you slapped some bacon down in chat and said a thank you. Guys, we are actually very close to activating the Twitch Plays Pig. So the way the Twitch Plays Pig goals work, as you can see, it's actually... And that's a... 14-14. Oh my god. No regrets! All right, we activate the Twitch Plays Pig for next week because yesterday is normally the Twitch Plays Pig day. It's my Thursday, Wednesday for a lot of you guys. So if we fill that up this week, it activates for the next week is the way that works. Because otherwise we'd only get 3 days to fill up the goal. So that's awesome. We're actually, we have 1 day left tomorrow. So the rest of today and tomorrow's stream, if we manage to hit that goal, we'll do Twitch Plays Pig next week on Thursday, which will be awesome. Obviously, for those who don't know, Twitch Plays Pig, you guys basically steer the strategies and make me do a mixture of dumb stuff and fun stuff. And the thing is, and I think the most exciting part is you guys actually control my tech switches throughout it. So if you've told me to go Massling Bane, my opponent's on pure Blue Flame, I'm not allowed to swap unless you guys actually say to me, you need to, you know, they're like, go Roaches. And if enough people in chat say go Roaches, it'll get read out to me in my ear by my lovely mod who will be on call with me. And I will start going Roaches. Or I'll start going Nidus Lurker or whatever mad crazy transitions. Usually, chat uses that to handicap me. And I'm like, you know, you guys are idiots. Like, it's actually so fun when people try to win. But unfortunately, it feels like the most vocal people in chat tend to be the ones who are just like, lol, we just want to see Pig lose every game. And I'm like, oh, okay. So the reminder I have to always tell myself is to not get angry. It's actually you guys playing the game, not me. I'm just the hands. So I have no ego on the line. So sometimes I fall out of that and I get upset. I'm like, you guys are so stupid. Just let me finish the game. Let me win. They're like, no, you need to make disruptors only now. No other units but disruptors. And I'm like up against mass Zergling or something. And I'm like, oh no. But I mean, that's actually fine. You know, people like to just kind of crash the car off the tracks, right? And it's always fun. We get some very interesting games. We almost always win. I feel like every Twitch Plays Pig, we win a game with a proxy starport Viking land build, where we have 2 starports constantly rallying Vikings into the Protoss base, and we actually win a crazy number of games. We beat like 5.8k players with that build. It's really silly. Okay, so weakness here. This whole wall will go down to 5 banelings. And then you've got opening there, which needs to be blocked off with another add-on. And then opening here. Oh man, this is such a silly build when it's been scouted. He scans and confirms as well. He's like, yeah, there's more Zerglings rallying out. I don't know if this is gonna work, man. Secondary wall off, really well done. Really well done. Because if those lings get in, you don't have anything mobile. You've only got SCVs and 4 Marines, and you need to leave the Marines at the front. But look at this. Now he's in a really good position. He reinforces that weak point of the wall. And this should be an easy hold, I think, for Cuddlebear. The Overlord sees everything. The thing is, Noregret's just not being very flexible here. I love that game 1 because it was such a, hey, I'm going to grab the economy lead and then do my big attack. Do my big Ling Bane all in. But he had such a nice economic start that it was even harder to read and prepare for. This time around, though, really simplistic cheese. And I think Noregret's been doing a little bit too much of this lately. I think he's got to ease off. And I think it's just his ratio is off, right? So when you're a cheesy player, you need to do a certain amount of macro and greedy play mixed in, or you become one-dimensional. And players can just, oh, okay. You know, because up to a certain point when players aren't used to it, they defend one wave and then they die to the next because you just commit even harder than anyone else does and they're not used to it. Or like you commit really hard and just overwhelm them. The first wave is just better executed than they used to, or that you have like a little twist on the execution. But at a certain point, that doesn't cut it. Players will double down, they will overcommit. Like, look at this. He's like, I'm not going to move to my natural. You've got one drone in your expansion. I'm way ahead. There's no pressure on Cuddlebear to move out. It's just building Marines, building tanks. I mean, he could now move down there. He's got to sell that bunker to get in and out of his base, I guess, or move the command center. I think a tank could fit through here once the command center moves. Tank there is going to cover most of this. And Noregret's going to try and drone. He's going to add an Evo. So I think it's going to be a +1 carapace Ling Flood follow-up. But I actually would love to see him go for a faster third hatch. I think Noregret's getting a little bit too horny here. Can't afford this. So the thing is, yeah, like, that was a good one. That last Zergling was very nice. Got the bunker and the SCV. Delays the natural a tiny bit. Like, this is cute. These are just Zerglings. They're only small trades. At this point, it's quite nice. But that Overlord's a bit vulnerable, which he does have to be careful. I'd like to see that Overlord get back to safety, get the pervert pillar. Yeah. He's going to pull it back now. Oh, a couple Lings going. They want to drag the tank splash. And they do take out one of the Marines, but 3 Zerglings, not the best trade. Yeah, these Lings not really doing that much. Overlord does get to safety, though. And Cuddlebear does yet another scan and says, okay, you have been droning. Noregret goes out to the third base. And we'll see how that goes. Big thanks, Realfield, gifting a sub to Coolbomb. Coolbomb. Welcome back, Coolbomb. I love that name. So, second engineering bay. Yeah, he's realized, wait, I have an eBay on the high ground. I don't need that. Cancels the third engineering bay. Starts his upgrades. And extra barracks are going to start to go down now, as well as Stim will no doubt start up. So, I mean, these are all great things. You've got 3 safety tanks, and this is the Noregret safety layer. He's got a bunker on the high ground as well. I mean, there's just no overextension here. If you want to take that tank out, you're getting shelled by all these tanks and these Marines. And to get up on the high ground is just not possible. So a 4th hatch goes down, which is great. I love the 4th hatch. I just think Noregret needs to drone this 3rd like a madman. He's rallied up there. He's doing it. He's adding a 2nd Baneling nest. Don't do that. I think he's thinking about Baneling speed right now as the next layer. But if he can, yeah, he's got only a single tumor. Noregret doesn't really spread creep. If he could just build another 10 drones, 15 drones, get up to like 55, 60 drones, you get so much Ling Bane off that. There's a lot you can do with it. And you know what? He keeps dropping scans. He keeps trying to see what's going on. So this is where it starts to, Cuddlebear's like, slow down. Yes, the barracks are coming up. Yes, the upgrades are sick. If an armory goes down now, is Cuddlebear going to be ahead? Yeah. I think one of the weaknesses of Noregret here is the fact that even if he had 3 creep tumors out, he could be so far on the map at this point, right? So that's one of the little things where if your opponent turtles up like this, to truly take advantage of it as a Zerg, a player being overly defensive is like, you should be spreading creep. Even with just 1 creep spreading queen, you can get some insane creep spread out, but just 1 tumor kind of is a little bit sad here. And he's massing Zerglings now, 48 workers. I still think this is too early. I think Noregret's playing far too safe here. And I think safe in this scenario ends up being dead. If he doesn't get some 6 around or run by that catches Cuddlebear off guard, which I don't think he will, because look at the tank positioning, it's so safe. Then I don't really see this working. I think he needs a 4th mineral line. If he has a 4th mineral line on just 2 gases, that's still a pretty small economy. That's 66 drones because you've got almost no gas investment, right? And I actually, oh man, he can't even afford Bane speed right now. Really needed that 3rd gas speed. Taking it now. So yeah, the economic build-up not lining up at all. This is Haas level macro for Noregret, sadly. He's expecting a big overcommitment to an attack. He's building a crazy Zergling count. Oh, Cuddlebear, this is not a good idea. Okay, this is the chance. Noregret's got a giant Ling Bane army. He doesn't have Bane speed, but he sees it coming. If he just jumps on this... he shows his hand a bit too early there. He's going to just go for it anyway. I think he's got enough to overwhelm. It is 1-1 versus +1 Kara. But goodbye, siege tanks. Oh, you know what? Cuddlebear is actually going to hold. Yeah, that's game. That wasn't a good enough fight. With how low Noregret's economy is, that was not a good enough fight. I think he needed to spot this coming earlier and really ambush it. So a little bit of lacking map control for Noregret. And Cuddlebear's machine is too big now. 60 SCVs, he's ahead in upgrades. He did completely forget to start 2-2, which is a problem. It's kind of hard to have your finger on the pulse. He's like really watching his army because he doesn't want to get surprised by some crazy Noregret shenanigans. But I think there were chances for run-bys on the 3rd and the natural, and there were chances to ambush that army earlier and faster with a bit of a flank. as it is. Oh, Widowmine friendly fire. Not bad. Not a bad hold at all. Where is the Overseer, though? He's making one. Yeah, he doesn't have Bane speed yet. Oh, no. I just don't think he has enough to... He's got to get rid of those Widowmines before they recharge. These Widowmines will get out easily. Noregret on just 55 drones up against a 70 SCV Terran. It's only a matter of time. 2-2 starts until a 4th command center goes down. I was about to say, yeah. And as that goes down, okay, he's going to clear these Widowmines. Get him. Overseer, what are you doing? Oh, no. Okay, he just barely kill those before the Overseer moves out of vision. This drop here, looking for damage. She's not many workers on the 4th. And yeah, in this scenario, you should be up at least a full mineral line. Because even being up a full mineral line would only bring you to equal workers because you cut those gases. And without that, I mean, Lingbane on its own is just, you don't have as much control as muters and stuff. So if you're going to play this style as well, you need to be more run-by focused. So he needs Ling spotters out and he needs Ling run-bys hitting the natural and hitting the 3rd mineral line. Because anytime you're fighting defensive, that's the Terran dictating the fight. The only way that works out for you as a Zerg is if you've got good creep spread. As we've seen, Noregret does not have that. He's going to clean up that drop, which is quite nice. Got a Ling run-by going in, but a little bit, he's got to pull back. He trickles in here. You can't really trickle into this one. Oh, he pulls it into the SCVs. That was sick. Okay, that worked out. Got a few SCVs there, a lot more damage. Banelings are going to come in behind that. The Marines aren't in position. Cuddlebear does not react in time. He's going to lose a lot of SCVs. Woo! Lots of SCVs going down there. They did not host this on GameHeart. Widowmines come in as well. But you know what? Noregret's starting to kind of like look like maybe he's... Never mind. Oh, no. I'm like, maybe he's actually stabilizing here. Like, yeah, you know, he's got a 4th. I'm like, oh, God. Lots of workers go down. There's a chance, but he being down, you know, so far in supply and everything. And any drone that falls is so hard for Noregret to recover. He's down to just 2 queens. That's his only anti-air right now. So these drops can dance all day, and that's Cuddlebear's MO. He loves doing some drippy droppies, man. He's just going to pick up, drop. Speaking of dropping, this Overlord dropping a fat load on this expansion. Very nicely done. Thank you, Taco Stuff, for the 5 bits. Appreciate that, mate. Those drops get picked up. We got some drops on the north. Another big Marine mine army coming across the map. 4th CC. Marines are going to go clear that up. These Marines... Oh. Picks up. Widow Mine. Ooh, Drilling Claws isn't quite done. So these Widow Mines burrow kind of slow, but might get some big hits here. Oh, big hit there. Does save some of the Marines. And Ling Bane attack on the 3rd is going to happen. But I think as long as he pulls the SCVs and lifts the CC, the Widow Mines are going to add some big hits here. Yeah. Oh my God. Oh. Does not run the SCVs from the 3rd. Loses a lot of them down to just 38 SCVs. Dropping into Banelings. A little bit painful there. And Noregret taking some nice trades. If he can defend this base. His bases are starting to run low on resources, is Noregret. Does desperately need a 5th hatch, if you ask me. But you know what? He's brought Cuddlebear's economy down into the mud. It's just not that good here. Let's check Noregret's control groups. As you can see, guys, Noregret has literally 0 control groups right now. How the shit does he control this? This is hilarious. Only got hatcheries, and that's it. Oh, my lord. God, it must be so hard for him to control. Oh, not a bad fight. I mean, overall efficiency is not too bad. But with the 4th base up, that's a big problem. Ooh, cleans those up nicely. What do we got? Hydra's trying to come out. He doesn't have any gas, though. So he's trying to just get a handful of Hydras just to get rid of the medevac drops, I guess. And maybe to deal with the Widow Mines. He's trying to take a 5th up there. That drop says no. Oh, don't start it. Don't start it. It's actually lucky that Cuddlebear didn't let that go down, man. Lings are going to find a planetary. Up on this side, a bit of Lingbane skirmishing. And, you know, not a bad little run by. Oh, shit. Actually, a very good run by. 3rd base is wide. Where is his army? Where is Cuddlebear's army? It's drops in the far north and far south. These Lings aren't doing shit. I wouldn't go for that. Guess he wants the valuable depot and to hit the armory, which will stop +3 armor from starting if that does burn down. Marines coming in on both sides here. There's a whole pack of Lingbane at home. And you know what? I think he's going to defend both hatcheries quite fine. Oh, that Widow Mine. Oh, juicy. Juicy Lucy Widow Mine hits on that base. And more drones falling here as well. Oof. I mean, Noregret has dragged Cuddlebear's economy pretty low. It's just Noregret's economy has been bad all game. So even getting Cuddlebear down to a low economy, one of these good drop trades for Cuddlebear, and it suddenly just looks super dire again. There's spines in the main. Seems super random to me. Hydro Muscular Augments is on the way there. Even more damage being found. Well done here by Cuddlebear. Cuddlebear on fire. And I think it's just got to be stressful, right? If you're like a Noregret or a True who doesn't use control groups for your army, because every time one of these comes in, if you don't F2, you have to box units and send them there. Like, it's all box your army, move it around. Box your army, move it around. It must be so hard. It's crazy to see such a high-level player. I mean, True used to do the same thing. Meanwhile, all the production, all the command centers, upgrades, and then medevac. There's a drop on a hotkey and this drop on a hotkey. Rest of the army not control grouped right now for Cuddlebear. It's in more of a defensive stance. He just keeps Widowmine dropping and dropping with Marines, and yeah, he's finally going to lose that drop. 5th base and a 6th base going down at the same time. Stuck on 2-2 though. So as +3 weapons comes in, the bio trading is going to get better and better. And if you see a 5th base go down for Cuddlebear, I mean, that's going to be hard to stop. Oh, he's pulled a lot of units away. Widowmines don't get jack. They kill like 3 Zerglings. That base is forfeit. Hydras don't have any attack upgrades. Ooh, a good Widowmine shot there, but the rest of them, there's just no Marines to support. Cuddlebear's army just moved out on the south. All these rich depots going to go down, which could take him to supply drop town in the near future. Giant army on the south, though, and I don't know if Noregret has anything at home. Like, literally anything. Yeah, he had a big gap in his production while he was setting this attack up. He's got 46 Lings on the way. No Banelings morphed yet. And I actually think he's going to hold on to his production eventually. This base does fall as well. There's no Banelings ready at home. He's morphing Banes up at his 3rd. The Widowmine drop just cleared a mineral line. Oh no, his work account's just gone. Noregret's work account is obliterated. Hydras and Lings, they can crack the production, I think. They don't have grooved spines. They're getting held on the ramp. Oh no. He's getting held on the ramp. He's trying to engage down here, but not enough Ling Bane at home. And Cuddlebear going to win the series. Noregret did make him fight very hard for it, but look at that. These Hydras on this side unable to crack the ramp. And that's just too many Marines in the Zerg base, man. GG. Nicely played. Nicely played. Juicy. Juicy! No Baneling nest for you! Well played, dude. Cuddlebear, I think, a favorite to make it through to that the top 16? I don't know how many players go through, actually, to be honest. I'm like, if I'm honest, I actually have no friggin' idea what we're doing right here. And now I don't actually know. GG, well played, though. Hats off to Cuddlebear. Takes that one out. Well held.